Aries, right now what I'm hearing is you've got a fire in your belly and you are jumping out. Something is coming up for you and you're literally going to open up a door from your inner fire. Let's take a look at the sun, moon, rising sign of Aries, wherever it's heavy in your chart. Now, Aries, what I'm seeing is really it's like this internal power. And some of you are going to step up to a platform. You're going to start talking. You're going to start talking about your skill set. You're going to start talking to help people, to direct people, to guide people. It's in a variety of different ways, how whatever is going on in you. Now, remember, this is something you've been working on for 2 to 3 years. So those of you who are in business, it may very well have to do with an expansion on your business. This is just like this burning desire inside of Aries that is going to open a new door. This new door is going to be filled with everything that you've been wanting when you open it up. Now, for some of you, this may very well be a new location, okay? You're opening up the door to your new home, and I hope so. I wish you all the best, right? But for a lot of you, I see two doors, and you have to make sure you're opening the right door. The reason why is with the astrological stuff that's going on right now, the full moon, oh my goodness, that you probably, I'm going to line it out for you, okay? And I'm going to do a video that's going to go up probably the 6th or 7th. The video will go up for all zodiac signs. But around the 5th and the 6th, you may have been feeling a little, getting a little tired and emotional. But the moon, the full moon, peaked on the 6th, right? That evening of the 6th, later on in the afternoon, 6th. It depends on where you're at. I'm in Spain, so it's on a different time schedule. But there's a brilliance that came. I don't know if you got to see it. It was unbelievable. And with it came a lot of anger, trepidation, fear, memories, all of these different things. Now, I am going to tell you that the card that flew out for you was this card, and I kept hearing fire in their belly. And that's what I was saying when I had the card fly out, and this is what flew out. And that's what I mean. The cards follow me, I don't follow the cards. Because it's guided messages through me. I rarely even remember what I say. I just have to try and make sure I'm not saying something out of line while I'm speaking, because that's a no-no, right? And there's a reason that I brought it up in this reading, because some of you are getting ready to take center stage and you are going to start opening up and sharing with people. And they want you to make sure that you are doing it from your authentic self. Of course, you already know you've been doing all the shadow work. You've been facing all the fears. And this is that last fear that opens that door for you. And it's very, very good. It's going to create this beautiful energy of feeling safe in your own environment. That means like a safety net when it comes to your personal foundation. That's the home, the job, the money, the finances, the health, everything. It's going to make you feel like, okay, I can breathe again. Because for almost 3 years, I see Aries going, work, work, work. Maybe not even laughing a whole lot. But this has to do with a dream that you had. It may have been, for some of you, a dream that you had when you were a child, something that you saw that it's like when I grow up kind of thing, you know, when I grow up, I am going to be an Aries who blank, blank, blank. And it's been detoured. It's been shoved so far in the back, you probably thought it was gone. Hold on, these cards won't come out while I'm talking. And now is the time, because of everything that you've done. Now, if you haven't done your shadow work, you want to make sure that you do it. And remember, I have closed my readings for one-on-one session. We're switching to group. Unless you need shadow work done, I do have a package for that. But I've created a plan. You can check out my description. I will list everything out there, all the new things I have to help you in your journey at a price you can afford, right? I don't want to charge a lot of money. So those one-on-one sessions are done, at least for now. There is some fear around this. Again, you know, the one thing that we're meant to do in life, that's sole purpose, that we're so tired of hearing about. There will always be a fear around this type of an energy, of starting something, of stepping into a spotlight, speaking something. There's always fear attached to it, and that will be your greatest fear. For some of you, it will have to do with loneliness, where your fear is you need to open up a community of people, whether it's online or in person. It's like setting up this community where everybody comes together. And you might be the speaker of the house, meaning you'll talk a little bit and then start the conversation and people join in. What I'm being shown is that what I just described. Let us know if that's you, all right? Also, I want to know if you felt the anger and the feeling tired and the weepiness. Oh, so heavy, so heavy. But it is going to dissipate here very, very soon. You have the star card, and the star card is somebody who is front and center, okay? Especially if you have the sign of Aquarius heavy in your chart, or if you're dealing with an Aquarius. But what this card really represents in the human world is somebody who has put a lot of energy and effort into their own personal healing, going deep, facing the shadows, finding out the good and the bad within so that you can balance it out, know how to say no when needed, but in a nice way without being causing harm to someone else. So it's like a balance is what I see going on. And once we do this, then the universe and divine blesses us with that one wish that we wanted. And that's the dream that I see. So what was it that you wanted to do, that you always wanted to do? Maybe you wanted to be a dancer and you feel you're too old, but yet you can open up a studio and allow teaching dancing. So you're still a part of it. It's still in your heart, even though you're not doing the dancing on stage, or maybe you will. And there's a lot of people older who are out there doing the dance, and it is actually fun. Some of you, I do see laughter. A lot of laughter is coming in for you. The lonely days are getting ready to leave, but it's not going to go snap like that. It's going to be a little at a time. Meeting up with people on a casual, like for coffee, okay, like just on a casual basis. Remember, I see the vision, that's why I look over here. So, but it's going to roll from a cup of coffee to dinner to going shopping to having dinner again, you know, just all these different things where all of a sudden you start meeting new people by the interaction just from having coffee with one person. It's actually very good. It's very good. By November, you guys are going to be feeling completely different. Yeah, you're going to be moving into a whole new different direction. I love this card for you. This is moving forward. Now, in order to get a major arcana, which is a major life change in the human world, that's what this represents, a major life change. Because you are in balance, your inner yin and yang, the gold and the silver, balancing out your divine masculine, your divine feminine within. This has nothing to do with another person. So she's solo in this. That's because this person has done the work. And now that they've created this stable energy, they can move forward. And that's exactly what you're doing, Aries. And it's very, very powerful. But it has everything to do with a deep passion inside. Now, this card also represents traveling. Some of you may very well be going and doing some traveling. That's the door that you're going to open up. And that could be exciting, thrilling, and really just, you know, that inner fire element that's in you. It was born inside of you. It's part of who you are. That is what's lighting up. So it's very, very exciting. Now, some of you are going to travel and you are going to meet up with, I feel it's family, it could be a friend, but I feel it's a family member who you haven't seen probably in 2 to 3 years. You may have spoke to him, but I don't even see that, because I always see Aries looking so intent, so focused on making the change. It's as if you knew everything was going to change, and so you wanted to make sure you had all your ducks in a row. Now, I feel this individual, who is the King of Pentacles, and I'll describe them in just a minute, I feel it has to do with karma with this person. Now, if you remember in your June reading, I said how important, I said June and July, I did readings where I'm talking about June, July, August, and September is the peak month of karma. Karma, actually, in human words, is justice. So there's something coming in where there may even be a payout regarding this person, or they're going to pay you back if they owed you a loan. While others, this is you going to get one. But this King of Pentacles is somebody who worked very hard and smart to get on top of this little hill, a hill, I don't say that well, do I? Hill, and sit on that throne. This is somebody who understands finances. They understand how to let money work for itself, how to grow without doing the work. Like, they're very intelligent when it comes to creating a monopoly of enterprises and niches, a niche, a place over here, a savings over here, money under the bed over here. Okay, that's what I mean. That's what I'm seeing, is like coins going everywhere. So this person may have taken from you, but I don't feel that completely. But they may have left you in the dust in the wind. You may have been the dust in the wind, especially if it was a person that you worked with. They may have let you go if you were underneath their umbrella of work, or they ended the business partnership so that they could go solo and do it on their own, and kind of leaving you behind. And there's you've been working your booty off. There is going to be a justice relating to this person. They could possibly be a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn, but it's really about the energy of them being able to, regardless of their zodiac sign, of being able to create a solid foundation. This represents somebody sitting on piles of materialism in the human world. And that's what we call pentacles, right? But they're yet a down-to-earth person, and I don't think that had anything to do directly with you. It had to do with them. They didn't even look. They aren't looking at you. They were looking at themselves. They were focused on themselves. But the karma has to do with this individual right here. So some of you are going to get that justice in the month of October, but I feel it'll be later in October. We're looking like 4 to 6 weeks by the time you hear from them. Mercury's going in retrograde in November, and it may be a dream you have about this person, or even a text message, but the real meeting will be in November. So it is definitely coming, and some of you will, in the Capricorn season, which is in December, that's when you're going to get this all completed and done by the end of the year. Yay. I like that. Now, for another group of you, I do feel there's, I am hearing horizon. There's something new on the horizon, which is what we've been talking about. Hold on a second. You may have been putting together files of documents, getting ready for a legal situation. I'm seeing files. Files are like all over. This could be an audit for some of you. It may even have to do with that Taurian, the King of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. There's something about them I really am not fond of. Let me know if that's you. This is the Three of Wands, which is you planning and preparing. And remember, I said I see files everywhere. This is confirmation. I hear the messages. I don't read the cards. The cards follow what I'm saying, right? They pop out on their own and they always confirm whatever is going on. Somebody's planning and preparing for something that's going to be a big deal, and that's what's going to open the door up. And again, 2 to 3 years, this is a 3. Threes are definitely your number over the next 4 weeks. Aries. This is going to be exciting for a lot of you when you go and do this, whatever it is, the files. They may have to do with a family member going and helping them settle a situation that they need help with. But it's going to be a reuniting of people you haven't spoke with in quite some time. Now, this reuniting is going to have a little bit of both. I'm going to bring in these other cards, all right? We're going to see who these people are. This particular one feels very strong. A lot of strong-headed, strong-willed people, stubborn individuals. It may have to do with estrangement with children. This Page of Wands and this, they're arrogant. They're very arrogant, whoever you're dealing with, and they do it in a very childish way. But Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo is the energy for the card, but the real energy behind it is somebody who, like you, is filled with passion of life. But when they get angry and selfish, is what I heard. When they get angry and selfish, they don't care about anybody. They just do whatever they want to do. So I feel that the whole situation is going to go quite well if this is a reunion. Now, except for that one person, but somebody sees this person for who they are today, not who they were yesterday. Like they may have worn a mask that really hid who they were and what they were doing, but you saw it because you don't miss much. When you're in your game, you don't miss much. You got the Nine of Cups, and this is joy and happiness. So as we are looking at the challenge card of this reunion situation, the challenge is going to be having a good time while this person is there. You want to have a good time. You're going to have a good time. You want to be around these people. But this person may cause a damper in whatever is going on. But you'll get through it. You will. You're going to get through it just fine. Now, when it comes to overall energy for our Aries, I just feel this magnitude of self-reliance and self-satisfaction, a deep desire to make life changes, and even when lemons were being thrown at you, you learned how to make the lemonade out of the lemons. It's like you took the hard situations, the experiences, and you turned them into something that is making you blossom. And by the end of the year, you are going to be a force to be reckoned with, a force to be reckoned with. And I'm seeing December is a big month for Aries, and even right now it is. But you see right now it's a little turbulent because this full moon is in Aries. So let me know if you were one of the people who felt anger and irritation, or you kept meeting up with people right around the time you're watching this video over the last few days and a day or two going forward. Now, we have the Fool card, and I love this for you because this does represent the zodiac sign of Aries. This is a person who has worked hard to clear their plate to zero. This is a fresh new beginning for you. And that door that's opening up, that door is the ticket in the direction where you want to go. That is you saying, I've done everything I needed to do. I took care of all of the hanging issues that needed to be handled. I took care of karmic debt, and a lot of you did it, whether you knew it or not. Most of you did. But Aries, this is about you feeling this inner frolic to jump out there and say, yippee, I'm finally going to be able to be me. authentic. No masks. You're going to use diplomacy and yet speak your mind. You will know exactly what to say and exactly what to do. But the beautiful part about the Fool is a two-sided card, right? The Fool is somebody who can be very foolish by not doing their homework, by not doing their shadow work, where we open the door thinking this is the beautiful, beautiful new beginning, but you forgot to shut the door on somebody who blocks your abundance. They block the flow, the energetic flow of movement, of creativity, of prosperity, of everything that we are trying to do. That is somebody who's foolish, somebody who sets out on a journey without studying the map and looking for a backup plan. Not that you count on that happening, but just in case. So this is your card. This is your time right now to make sure that when you open the door, you've done all the research. For example, if you're moving into a new building, you've done all the research. You understand the taxes, how old the property is, what needs to be repaired in the house, right? You've done everything, including the land and what's underneath the house, because it isn't just the house, it's the land that it sits on as well. And then when you open the door, now you know exactly what you're walking into. Same thing for travel or for investments or a new job. Some of you are definitely going to relocate. I'm seeing Argentina. Let us know if that's you. And I feel some of you are coming to Spain, okay, maybe on the Costa Brava front. I'm hearing Costa Brava, which is out here where I am. So not too far from here. Well, about 3 hours, I guess. Wherever it is, be happy. This is happy Aries. This is somebody who is just thrilled. The fire in your belly is opening up a new door. That's your inner passion for life, for adventure, for starting something new. And finally, you're going to do it in a midst of uneasiness and the wakes that are taking place around you with family, with friends, with just things that are so unseen in our lifetime. Unless you're older, then you'll recognize a lot of these patterns from way back when. Aries, I hope that this reading helps you. Please join me in my membership. Let's go live together. I'll answer your questions there. Much love.